Holy cow, they got transmissions upon transmissions. This is crazy. Different tail fins to make changes. You can tell they do a lot of transmissions. Remember, they don't only do like performance racing transmissions, they also do repairs and stuff like that and rebuilds, therefore. But it's crazy here. This is definitely not some backdoor shop, I'll tell you that. But yeah, home of the Tranzilla, baby. Maybe we get somebody to tell us a little bit about it. That is crazy. Oh, 7-speed Corvette. See that? I didn't know they do those too. They do the 7-speed Corvette trans. And I guess they do them all, baby. And of course, trim it. All right, sounds good, brother. Thank you. You know, specializing in trimmings.
That trans has been holding together for a while.
Okay. The only reason why I asked is because, man,
if you search around online or on Instagram, you'll find that car, and they haven't blown it up. So it's all going to matter on how the torque load from that engine is translated through that gearbox.
Tell me what that means.
Okay, so let's say you have a 5,000 pound car or a 4,800 or 4,600 pound car.
Yeah, this car with me in
it.
With me in it, it's probably about 46.
Right. You got 14, 15, whatever size, you know, it could be tub, mini tub, depending on the vehicle.
It's not.
All I'm trying to say is it's not just a clear-cut formula of horsepower and gearbox.
And gearbox.
So it could be horsepower, torque, weight of the vehicle, size of the tires, how much hook you get. So obviously, one of the biggest variables there is when you want something to break loose. If the tires break loose,
then you're safe.
Then you're safe.
I'm a YouTuber, so I film everything.
Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. They used to have the PRI and SEMA show.
So they would come here and film?
They would do that, and also I would repeat the same thing like 1,000 times. So I wish someone would have just filmed it, put it up in the booth, and then
got it.
Other stuff. But,
got it.
That's the main thing that is key. So if you look at other places that build gearboxes, they're never going to commit to, oh, it'll take this much horsepower. Because
well, I'm not asking for your commit to what it'll take. I'm just asking for your confidence level, because
that's the strongest one that we have, and it's a factory gear set. So if 10 years from now you blow it up, it was in a factory vehicle. What
car came with 9310 and that gear in terms of ratios?
As far as I know, there was a couple of them. One of them is there was a Viper. I believe it's like a G.
It must have been an older one.
It was a.
Because with that ratio,
it had to be 2008 or later, and it was a special model that was used.
Because the newer Vipers come with the same exact gear set that this is, which is a 226, the newer one. So it must have been an older one. That being said, man, everybody that I talk to, they cannot figure out how to get these transmissions to hold in this heavy ass car with all of this weight and all of this power. That being said, I don't expect it to be invincible. So I'm not one of these unreasonable people.
This is the best due diligence you can do to make it hold together.
Yeah. So here's what I told George, man. I said, listen, if it lasts me a season, and then the next one I roll into it and I chew the teeth on the input gear again, just don't treat me like I'm a brand new customer. Take care of me.
Yeah. George,
you know what I'm saying?
George is good with that.
Just take care of.
You know what's great about George too? George's the kind of guy where you're like, listen, I screwed up. We had one, the guy blew fifth gear out of it. Bro, I have it in separate.
That's what I think. I think I'm
every tooth off of fifth. He was like, George, I screwed up. I hit fifth. I was probably under full boost. You know, I blew every tooth off. He's like, all right, we'll take care of you.
That's
it's
what
the other guy that calls up and goes, I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
You guys built a piece of crap unit. George is like, oh, really? Okay.
So that's why I was so concerned about the gear sets, because I want to do half mile shit, and I'm gonna need fifth gear, and I'm gonna need full boost in fifth gear, which is why I was trying to get as short of a fifth as possible.
Right. 80's the closest I can get with
the 9310.
With that headgear. So what ends up happening is your headgears are your front. So your input and the front gear of the cluster. Those
here, show me inside. I think it'll be better because my shit.
I'll have these guys come out and grab this.
All right, cool. I'll leave it open.
Tooth combination of the input gear and the front of the cluster.
Yeah.
When you take that and put it into the formula with whatever gear you're going through, let's say fifth.
Yeah.
It's going to determine what your fifth gear ratio is going to end up being. There's
our mascot
right there.
What is that?
That's our mascot right there.
What is it?
I don't know.
You don't know what kind of animal it is?
Something.
Holy shit. That's crazy. That's what happens when you come upstate New York. You see all types of stuff. And it's not even that far from the city. But yeah, you still see all types of different animals. Do you want me to pull that closer?
We got a lot of Hellcats running through here.
Of course, they're all breaking it.
Yeah, back up right there, but don't pull on the sidewalk.
They heavy as
Someone come out and load it in, and then when you come in, I'll show you that fifth gear setup.
All right, cool. Wow.
Right, get to that point and then carry it in.
That's crazy. These are all cases, guys. Like different cases. You can tell the difference between the Tremec ones and the non. And this is a Tranzilla case right here, actually. Oh, a straight cut gear. Okay. I wonder what that's on. Maybe some sort of it's based on the size of it. That look like a tractor or truck or something. I was thinking about going with a straight cut setup, but I just can't deal with the noise and the whine. I'm still a daily, like, I like the streetability of my car. Super streetable, super normal, drives like stock. I like to keep that. I already lose a little bit with the clutch that I'm running and everything. So, yeah. What you got there, brother? Whoa.
This was not a 9310 fifth setup. But that's what I'm packing it out.
So if it's not 9310, it's 44 something?
It's 4330.
40. Yeah. Okay.
I'd have to look it up in the computer.
So I've been trying to learn. I've been trying to learn as much as I possibly can.
There's 9310 stuff. I haven't seen anything straight cut. I have seen 22 degree gears. We used to run that before the 60/60 gearbox came out. We used to swap out the T56 cuts.
Big boy's getting the transmission loaded in, man. I cannot believe I've been here so many times and never knew this was here.
You're the only one.
All the time.
I mean, I've passed by here countless times going to Bear Mountain. Countless. And never knew. Sheesh. Who's that? Oh, new package. Oh man, what is this? Oh, I know what this is. Yes, Christmas came early for me this year because this is the Manscaped 4.0 perfect package, man. It's something that you guys got to get your hands on. It comes with the Lawnmower 4.0, crop preserver, and nail kit. I think every guy needs to add the 4.0 perfect package to their wish list this year. So visit manscaped.com and at checkout use the discount code MOD2FAME and that'll get you 20% off. Back to the video. My guys, we are back. We are back to pick up my transmission. Man, it's crazy. I must say, it hasn't even been a full week. I guess it's been about 5 days maybe. And we already back to pick up the trans, so that's good. It's a good experience so far. I tell you, I didn't expect it to be that fast. But let's see what's going on. My brother, I'm good, man. Glad to be back. Glad to be back, man, amongst the land of the trans.
Pull together. You probably walked right by it.
I did?
I got pictures for you.
Yeah, you got some broken parts for me?
I got a whole box full. You can have that whole box of trophies right there.
Whole box of trophies?
You got a mantle at the house?
What? Okay, so tell me, man, what do we do? Explain to us what we broke. What's up, brother?
What you did here.
Okay.
All right. So obviously that's missing some teeth.
Holy, what is that? That's the input gear?
That's the input gear. Your clutch rides here. It goes in the back of the crank. All right. And this is your head gear. The head gear cluster's right here. And you can see the carnage there.
Jeez, it ripped. It like ripped apart.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Now, do you remember when this happened? What you were doing and how it
Third, yeah. I had put it in the third gear. I was running about 20 pounds of boost and I rolled into it.
Okay.
And when I rolled into it and the boost hit, I heard grrr. And as soon as I heard that, I let off.
I changed everything in there. So other than your main shaft and your cases, everything else inside there is pretty much brand new.
Wow.
So all the gears, because all that metal came back. So
right.
If you give me your email, I'll send you the pictures I took.
Yeah. Plus you could DM it to me too.
I could do that too. Even though the magnet grabs most of it, it did float through the back, and that's where your fifth gear is, your sixth gear, and your reverse gear.
Okay.
So I didn't want to chance any of that.
So you changed everything.
Changed it all.
All right, but we were changing that anyway because we're using the 9310 now.
Right, for fifth gear and sixth gear.
Yeah.
Is,
that is crazy. Sheesh, I think I'm gonna take this with me.
Yep, you're welcome to take any of that stuff you want.
Wow.
Phone in the strap box. Let's see here.
That is nuts.
77-63 is what the factory ratios are.
Right, and we went to an 80.
We went to 80-63.
So still a 63.6
Still
though.
63 for sixth.
Okay, but fifth is an 80.
And your other ratios now go 266, 182, 130, and 101.
I thought it was 170 for the
78. That's on a regular 226.
So it
A
went
little
to
closer. You got a little tighter between first and second.
Got it.
It's you can't even tell the difference. Even if you had one of those data log systems,
right?
You could barely tell the difference.
That's somebody else's broken trans.
Yeah, this is from a GT 350.
Okay.
It's a 6-speed as well, but it's a little guy. It's only a 3160 trans.
Wow, that's a huge difference. That's his input gear.
Right there. Yeah, that's the input. Just to show you.
So look at the verses
Actually, no,
between. Okay. Oh wow, this is very different.
Yeah. For this one, fifth gear is direct drive, 1-to-1. So
really?
Yeah. So that's
why did they do that?
It's just the way they broke up the ratios. This one's only a single overdrive. Yours is a double overdrive. So.
Oh, so fifth and sixth is an overdrive, and theirs fifth is 1-to-1.
Right. When they go up direct drive, basically what's happening is your output shaft is here. The slider grabs the input shaft and locks your input shaft to your output shaft, and the torque goes straight out the back.
Got it.
Okay, so that's why it's called direct drive. So for this one, fifth is direct 1-to-1.
Right.
With a front wheel drive transmission, you don't have to have direct drive. It doesn't have to be a 1-to-1 because you're a transaxle and you have a differential in there as well.
Got it. So you don't need the 1-to-1 with a front wheel drive.
You're never locking it straight out the back.
Jesus, look at this carnage, y'all. Good God, it like just ripped off.
You want this cluster as well? This is pretty cool. Maybe get a couple pieces of wood like that on the nail or something, or in the garage. It's pretty cool.
I think this would be good enough.
Even your idler I changed out.
I don't even know what an idler is.
This is for reverse. Now for reverse gear you need to have 3 gears.
Okay.
The third gear is the idler, and what that does is it allows your shaft to turn 1 gear, and then this turns the other gear the opposite way. It's the third one. I don't see any damage on it whatsoever, but we're not going to take a chance.
What tips you got for installation?
Make sure the pilot bearing is in good shape in the back of the crank.
Okay.
Make sure that your air gap is perfect.
What's air gap?
Air gap is going to be when your slave cylinder is completely compressed.
Oh, okay.
You need to have 200 to 250 thousandths air gap in between. It's never truly air gap. They used to call it that when it was a mechanical clutch and you could actually see a gap in between.
Yep.
With this one, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube that'll show you everything.
Air gap. I mean, I'm not doing the installation, but whatever you share with me, I'm going to share with the installer.
Make sure they measure for the air gap.
Okay.
The slave cylinder to make sure that it's got the proper depth. Because otherwise, if you're too far away, you're not going to get full release. It's
got it.
Close to like you're riding with your foot on the clutch all the time. It's going to have some pressure on the clutch.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, let me go to the office and take care of business.
Yeah, I'll tell them you're here. Go over there, and the guys will come out and they'll bring you your invoice and
cool.
fill you out.
So, where's our trans at? All right, there we go, man. There go my transmission. Back in action, baby. There go my transmission right here, baby. It's funny because I already used synchro mesh. I was using synchro mesh in the other one.
That's the way to go.
So,
but
I mean,
even back as far as 92 when these started in the Vipers.
Yeah.
Dodge was calling for synchromesh, where GM was calling for Dextron,
right,
or ATF.
Yeah.
So I just find that the synchromesh is the best way to go.
Yeah, that's what I was
using.
using.
A little more lubricity, it's a little thicker, a little better heat protection as well. And with this one, you got the 9310 setup, 1 through 5th, 6 is still 0.63.
Yep.
And you got full carbon synchro rings all the way through for 1 through 4. 5th, 6th, and reverse are what they call a hybrid carbon. So it's got one surface material. It's a dual friction synchro.
Yep.
So one side of the ring is sintered brass, and the other side is carbon fiber.
Wow.
Yeah,
and do you guys do like the rim polishing and all that stuff too?
We can send it out for that, but we found that there's no
benefit
gains whatsoever. The only thing you're going to find with that is it's helpful in a vehicle where there's no lube pump like yours has. The micro polish finish will drop the trans temp by about 90 degrees.
Okay, got it.
So
but mine has.
You have a lube pump. Chrysler put it where the return is right over those headgears that right there.
Yep.
That's the hottest point in the trans.
Yep.
And it drops your coolant right over that. Now, when they also on the install, when they put this back in, make sure they go through and flush out that line.
Yes.
Because any material
we'll go into the trans.
Just had a screen in it and it's got a brand new filter in it.
Right.
But that filter screen, if anything ever gets past that, which is very unlikely, but you know, we just make sure you do.
So flush out the line.
Flush out the line. Get all that old fluid out. This way you got all fresh stuff.
All right, let's go, boys. We got our built trans right here now, boys. No more excuses for why I can't turn it up. Yeah, bruh. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited to finally. So from this to this, let's go.
What?